Kawasaki shows off concept for rideable horse robot. Four-legged robotic horse that runs on a 150cc hydrogen engine. So, hey guys,
Wow.
why not go back to the roots with a horse but with multiple horsepower?
I was actually going to ask what's the horsepower?
Yeah,
Is YouTube's version of ChatGPT but for music.
exactly. Yeah. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Tech Gappa, India's first ever tech podcast show. We are the hosts. I'm Sumedh,
I'm Amog.
I'm Mohit.
and we discuss all things tech. You ask why we do it? It's simple. We're technically nerds. So today we got a doozy of a nice podcast for you guys since we are going to be discussing something very interesting, innovative done by Kawasaki. Then comes the fun new AI related again. We are very focused on AI nowadays. So now we are going to also discuss about something that YouTube has released. Then going onwards, we are going to have a new interface coming for video and audio transmission. Used to be HDMI, but it's going to be something new. And will it be the new will it be something proprietary or will it be the new standard? We'll see that. And then it's going to be a fun, radioactive fun kind of thing. That is the nuclear battery that's been making headlines nowadays. The battery meaning cell in this case for smaller appliances. So let's jump into it. And I think we should start with the Kawasaki since here are a few bike fanboys with us,
Yeah.
me,
Yes.
yours truly
Three of us.
included.
Three of us
Three
So,
of
have.
us already. Yeah.
yeah, so I'll quickly share the window. So, let's start off with the fun one. That is the Kawasaki shows off concept for rideable horse robot. Okay,
Yeah.
that is so it's a big four of the Japanese brands, okay, Kawasaki. And the headline itself is like a very eye-catching headline where it's like basically showing a very awesome future, as far as I
Futuristic
can say.
kind of
Uh-huh.
take
Yeah,
on.
exactly. So, uh,
Plop, plop.
let's read into it. Clop, clop. Yeah, I like this one. No time to explain. Okay. Kawasaki Heavy Industries has shown off a bizarre concept for a rideable, four-legged robotic horse dubbed Corleo that runs on a 150cc hydrogen engine. So, hey guys,
Wow.
uh, if you want to learn more about hydrogen, I'll
Yes.
quickly put in the links. But
Yeah.
yeah, coming to this, from the first sentence itself, I think this is going to be a massive hit, at least for a concept. Because all these days, when you get conceptual bikes which are like self-balancing or which ride themselves and with enhanced security feature, why not go back to the roots with a horse but with multiple horsepower, right? So I think this is going
I
to be an
was I was
interesting.
actually going to ask what's the horsepower,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
it's okay.
So yeah, 150cc hydrogen engine. So got to be more than one horsepower. Okay. So there's that. And so, yeah, continuing onwards, according to the firm, the horse, which looks more like a gigantic wolf, in our opinion, could traverse uneven terrain thanks to its four independently moving limbs. A wild,
Mhm.
almost entirely CGI video shows of what such a creature might one day be capable of, from climbing mountains to leaping over icy crevices. So, uh, some context for the listeners here. Recently, Kawasaki, when they announced this, released a CGI video of a person riding this said horse on a mountain. So it's basically an off-road bike kind of conceptualization that they did, and this video is completely CGI. So it's not a product yet. It's a very well thought of concept that they're already putting onwards. So, uh, so I'm not going to go through the rest of this article because it's just the opinions
Yeah.
Hmm.
by the Byte, what they have shared.
Yes.
And the video's link will be shared in the description below.
Yeah.
So you're free to go and check that out as well. But so I'll just quickly go off on this for one thing. I really love the concept because everything nowadays is either like AI, like we saw, or it's going to be safety and just enhancements on what already exists, right? And most conceptualized bikes that we saw just had different engines, or they were self-balancing or something along the lines, you know? So, conceptualizing a horse in a modern bike or car world is certainly something that is different, but very catchy to a anyone, I would say, because come on, I mean, it's a horse you're riding, and it's going to be hydrogen powered. It sounds fun. So, what do you think, boys?
I think so. It, as you said, it is very much catchy kind of a concept because it's still under the concept stage. But yeah, new form of vehicle. It's can you just we can just imagine like that. So it can be a new form of vehicle if it is accepted by the mass public, of course. But yeah, as a concept, I must say it is kind of a good concept to catch the attention for the brand. And of course, it is going to be a hydrogen powered vehicle. So it is again a mix of that word and the kind of a imaginary word as well. So yeah, it's good. And we didn't have anything like that for the all terrain kind of a thing in a new format in
Mhm.
this stage of the technology. So it's good to have something new, something fresh. Yeah.
I really feel it's Kawasaki. What Kawasaki has done is that just make a CGI video,
Yeah,
just publish it in a public domain, and just look at how people are reacting to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
if you take a look at the concept, it has touch based both hydrogen and robotics.
Yes.
So this is purely innovation, but even Kawasaki, they are not really confident about that making it into a production level kind of a product.
Yeah.
So they have just published a CGI video
Hmm.
of this particular concept, which
Yeah.
has combined hydrogen engine and robots. Because Boston Dynamics is a company famous for making robots, AI powered robots, and making their reactions very close to humans. So I feel this is something similar to that, but
Hmm.
it's not really compared to humans, but they are sort of thinking of combining hydrogen and
Yes.
robotics.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. What differs Kawasaki from others is basically they are coming up with the new concept. I'm just talking about the concept, not a product, because
Mhm.
they don't went into that direction yet. Because
Yeah,
just as you said, it is mandatory to give the vision to the world about company. So they are just into that phase, I guess. So what I appreciate about it, we did not actually think about the rideable robots yet.
correct.
Yeah.
So this concept is something I
Very new.
must say we have to give it to the Kawasaki
It
for
is
that.
really innovative because
Yeah.
placing an engine over the robot and using it for riding, it's
Exactly.
completely innovative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Completely innovative. And again, I mean, like Sumit said, we have already discussed about Kawasaki's hydrogen engine back in some older videos. You can
Yes.
check the link out here.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a smaller version of that bike because this is one they're saying it has 150cc engine, hydrogen engine.
Hmm.
The earlier one was powering a super bike, so it was definitely a huge, very powerful engine.
Yeah.
But this is the second time we are seeing Kawasaki talking about hydrogen engine specifically for two-wheelers.
Exactly. And
So, but like I said, I mean, this is just they are just testing out the public reaction just to
It's a concept,
yeah,
exactly.
it's a
It's a
concept. Yeah.
concept.
nothing much. Yeah.
It's a concept. But if people are really liking it or people are really taking this innovation or this thought in a positive manner,
Mhm.
they might think about this product bringing it into the production level.
Yeah, exactly. If you think about it, I mean, just putting out the concept of a rideable horse that is completely mechanical. it has that cool aspect. Okay.
Exactly.
Also, if you think about it, because Kawasaki has a wide diaspora of bikes that they manufacture, right? And of them, the KLX series, for all the bike nerds out there, it's the series of off-road bikes that they specifically develop, the competition level off-road bikes. And those are really good bikes. Okay, like uh, they're insanely good. But if you think about it, a bike only has some limitation when it goes off-road. Okay. And like if you have watched Discovery or the Nat Geo kind of channels, you have seen that there are a lot of animals which can uh, go to some hilly areas that we cannot go on a
Imagine. Yeah.
motorized vehicle. So
Yes.
even if you think about it, if this turns out to be an awesome concept, and becomes an off-road kind of thing. Just imagine you're like hopping around a
Yeah.
mountain like a mountain goat, but hey, you're on a hydrogen-powered bike kind of thing, four-legged thing. So come on, I mean it's
And
quite
this can go anywhere the human can. So
ex
it is the added advantage for that because you don't
exactly.
have to think about the
As
terrain or
long as you have
something like.
hydrogen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
As long as you are trucking.
No, but all in all, I mean, it's pretty good concept, and definitely Kawasaki engineers are really working hard on creating something new, creating something innovative in the market,
Yeah,
because none of the two-wheeler manufacturer has brought in something this unique.
exactly.
correct.
Gets
So
the hair spinning.
we really wish to see a production level product of this particular concept.
Yeah,
We'll be more than happy.
exactly.
Yeah.
And keep a lookout on our podcast, because if this goes into production and if we get any idea of this, we'll definitely be discussing on its updates.
Exactly.
But
Yes,
whenever and if it comes up.
correct.
Yeah.
And we are not really showing this off, but we are really proud to say that we are the first one to cover this update.
Yeah,
I'm sure none of you have not read this article anywhere.
yeah,
So we are the first one. We are proud. We are not showing this off, but we are proud that
yeah,
we are the first one to cover this and discuss this update in a short, in a very brief manner.
Yeah.
yeah. So moving on towards the next topic of discussion. Yeah. So the powerhouse of our whole podcast, I guess now, AI. So let me just read out the article title. YouTube launches Music Assistant AI tool to help creators generate custom tracks. The feature is currently being gradually rolled out to creators in the US who are part of the YouTube Partner Program. International rollout plans are yet to be announced. So let's
Mhm.
actually see
So
what
it is
YouTube will.
limited to the region, basically.
Yeah, currently, obviously, it's going to be
US.
a regional rollout scheme, like they usually do. So let's see what it's trying to do. So YouTube is expanding its use of generative AI with the launch of Music Assistant, new feature that allows creators to produce royalty-free instrumental tracks using simple text prompts. Integrated into the platform's creator music marketplace, this tool aims to make it easier and more affordable for creators to add original background music to their videos.
Oh,
Okay, so that's
yeah.
quite cool. And so what they're trying to aim is you just prompt something, it'll make an instrumental track, which is kind of royalty free. But
Mhm.
I kind of have to say something about this last line. For creators to add original background music to the videos.
What's this?
Yeah,
So
more.
originally created AI backgrounds.
Yeah, so one thing I know for sure, because on YouTube, if you put non-royalty music, right, something
Mm.
that is copyright claim and everything, you can get a copyright strike, which will demonetize that specific video, and if a lot of them grow up, then demonetize your channel as well. And it's something that a YouTuber has to keep an eye out for, and there are a lot of royalty-free songs with different licenses that creators can use actually. But the thing is, there's only so much free content that you can consume, right? And one has to have some kind of customized tracks or some music, popular music that they want to use into their content. Now, the only issue with that is that buying royalty or paying royalty for such tracks is usually very costly, and it's not as feasible. So, what YouTube is trying to do is make royalty-free music more affordable to the users, and yeah, so they're putting in the air for that with music assistants. Assistant user can describe the type of soundtrack they want, specifying details such as mood, instruments, and the nature of the
The
content.
prompts basically.
Yeah, so basically they can prompt and then get a music track.
So
Now,
this is YouTube's version of ChatGPT, but for music.
exactly, yeah. So they must have integrated Gemini into this because,
Yeah.
yeah, because they got that in house, right? Now, coming to this marks, yeah, okay, so yeah, this marks a significant expansion of YouTube creators' music platform, launched in 2023 to simplify music licensing. While creator music traditionally offered pre-licensed track for purchase or free use, the addition of AI-generated music gives creators another flexible, cost-free option. This is going to be a really game changer because people with their text prompting are going to make some awesome music, and that's going to be fun. Now, this feature is being gradually rolled out to creators in the US who are signed for the partner program, and users with access will find the music assistant tab within the creator music section of the YouTube studio. So there might be creators who are actually kind of showing this off, testing this out, and we'll find and show some information about that as well. But the tool builds on YouTube's earlier generative AI experiment, Dream Track, which allowed users to create short 30-second audio clips in the style of popular artists using DeepMind's Lyria model.
Mm.
However, Music Assistant focuses specifically on longer instrumental tracks suited for a wide variety of video formats. Okay, so
Yeah. So
initially
earlier
it
it
was
was for the short clips,
correct, yeah.
and
So it must be
now,
for the shorts or the reels kind of thing. But
yeah.
now they're
Now
aiming
it's
for
for
like,
longer video.
yeah, longer traditional YouTube videos, I think so. So what do you think is where might
If they are using AI for creating music, it should be free
uh-huh. Most definitely, yeah.
But it
because
should be, it
it
can be, it will be
no
a subscription as well. It will
no
not be
it
free.
see there are, like Sumit said, there are two types of audios available on YouTube for creators. One is copyright specific,
Yeah.
and which you the specific audio track you cannot use unless and until you ask that creator that, hey, I want to use your audio track in my video. If he or she says yes, then we can use it. And the second type of audios are copyright free. So there are certain audio or video channels on YouTube which have the name or which are with the name no copyright songs,
NCS,
and
yeah.
they publish their audios over on that particular channel. In this case, if I am using AI to generate audio tracks, there is no creativity. It's completely crap.
But
It's
if
no
you
it's
can
not
think,
creative.
but if you can think on the any AI domain, it's not your creativity. It's your
Exactly, it
prompts.
isn't. It isn't. So my point
So
here is if you are using AI to create a music track, it should not be copyright specific. It should
it
be
cannot
made
be
free.
copyright specific, of course,
It should be made free, no copyright. It should be
but it will
under the
be
label no
no
copyright.
copyright for you only. It will not be available for any other
Why not?
because
It
you have
should be.
created using AI.
Exactly. But what if? So you use this
So
create music assistant thing to say, write an instrumental track, okay? And you decide to publish it on some other website, maybe any kind of label, let's say, and you publish it as your own and you copyright this. What then? How can it be free then?
No, it
Because,
should be free because this is the difference between an artist and a layman.
but how will you tell the difference?
YouTube has to do something about this
Add
because
metadata.
add a metadata. Yes, check if the content which is being published online is made using AI or not.
But if you think about it, say a few years, not even a few years, a few months ago, technically speaking, do you remember? So crypto hit a boom, right? When Bitcoin's prices were just skyrocketed like crazy,
Yeah.
and everything became like a very crypto frenzy thing. So do you remember something called as NFT, non-fungible tokens? That was the stupidest thing ever. Okay. You could
I
just
know.
make a piece of art. You could take a few pixels, literally, do nothing, pay some small amount to have it, in that blockchain, or if I'm not mistaking it for something else, but to put it on the blockchain and then selling it off, and people then spending like tons and tons of dollars and all their money, life savings to buy that crap. And then one day it just dwindled like crazy. So like one of that lazy monkey kind of things, uh, that picture of a monkey with different outfits, people were paying tens of thousands of dollars for one of those. Okay. And what could you do with it? I can just screenshot it and put it as my PFP as well. So,
No, but that's a different thing. I mean, comparing audio because it will be in the public domain. It can
uh,
be reused.
of course.
I'll just compare the two scenarios here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Recently, in the last week, we saw Ghibli Studio.
Uh-huh.
Right.
We have professional artists who can generate or who can convert these particular original images of yourself into that particular anime style. They charge a lot. They are the artists, and because of this AI generated tool, their art is no longer valuable.
Yeah. So
So
I come
that's the exact point because
exactly,
it
but
it is going to create, it is not art because you have not
See,
created that
but
particular
see,
soundtrack.
but that art is kind of a format the studio is
exactly, yeah.
basically using.
So exactly
So it
what,
is a format dependent.
yeah,
Music is the vast sea, so
No, but
it is not dependent
yeah.
on any
There
format.
there's going to
Of
be some
course,
kind of, okay. So there can be a
yeah,
template, okay, but
exactly.
see,
So
I have
my basically I just wanted to check one thing is basically if you can prompt the same context or a text onto the music creation, maybe a YouTube AI, and I am also using the same words or phrases for the prompts, can that particular thing gives me a same result or not?
that needs to be checked.
that needs to be checked. But
So
see,
so that actually will tell how this is going to be work, because it is your job. You are giving the phrases to the AI model or the prompts to the AI model, and you are generating something which is available, which is not proprietary to anybody,
okay,
but
yeah.
you are actually getting that,
Hmm.
okay, for your uses.
Hmm.
It should not be used by Sumit or Mohit.
Yeah,
It only will use for by the Amog. So it is like that.
yeah,
But my feeling is it will not be a free. It is it is of course as you can see, ChatGPT also has some kind of limitations. After that, they charge you for the if you go on and putting a lot of works to the ChatGPT, they tell you to subscribe. So same
exactly.
thing will happen over here. There may be some kind of a limitation of 3 4 videos or something. After that, you have to pay, and
Hmm.
you are paying what? You are paying AI model.
Of course,
That's the
of
only
course.
thing. So
No,
Yeah,
instead of paying the artist, you are paying to the AI model.
yeah.
but the
It is
point
like
here
that.
is the point here is whichever soundtrack you are publishing, that should be made royalty free.
It cannot
Is
be.
that so? No, no, no. I
So this
actually have.
this so
Because
so
it
this
should,
will be a business.
No, no, no,
see,
no,
see,
no.
no, no,
Think about
no.
this.
So,
Think
so,
about this.
so,
Wait,
yeah,
Mohit,
okay, go ahead, Umesh. Umesh, yeah.
building off of what Mohit said and adding a counterpoint to Amog. Okay, I would like to ask. So, if I have a AI generation tool, okay, now YouTube has ways of getting money by showing advertisements and otherwise paying the creator itself using AdSense and everything. Okay, that's a complete different thing. So, say a bigger creator might use this AI generation tool for free. Let's say I pay some money, okay, and now I am getting a track, okay. Now I use my creativity of thinking about a music that I might want to make. Okay, some instrumental music.
Correct,
I prompt something very well. I find that the whatever the track that has been made is amazing. Okay. Now what I proceed to do is, since I've already spent money doing this, now I own the I feel like I should own this track. Okay.
correct.
Although Amok does make a good statement that since this is an AI generated thing, it
It
should be
cannot be a personalized thing. Yeah,
but I made it very personalized to my taste, which I think people might enjoy. So what I do is I go on YouTube or some other platform where I can, monetize this and sell it. So what I do is I make an excuse me, I make an album of say 5-10 tracks and I sell this album. Okay. Now I have copyright over this. Now, if some other guy also finds this music very interesting, tries to use it, no, he can't. Unless he pays me the royalty for using the track or gets my permission for doing so, which I'll obviously charge some money for because I spent some money making this,
correct,
maybe made by AI. So the only efforts I took was typing something into the prompt.
correct.
Forget that voice prompting. I'll just talk away. Okay. So what's the point? So
So,
one
exactly the
and
same
at the
thing.
same time, the real creators who are making actual music, who have spent years of their lives, perfecting their
Correct,
skill sets, what will be their motivation and or
exactly,
their job as well after
exactly.
this?
And talking about your point, Amok, for the free thing, it should be free. AI tool is free. You can make
Exactly.
your own. You don't
Yeah,
want to copy my track.
No, it's not about that. If something you are not creating from your own creativity,
Hmm.
you are simply using some tool to make money. That's my point.
of course.
Tomorrow, for example, I don't know how to draw rectangles and triangles. I
Correct.
am I almost failed in art class. You can say that.
Oh no, Poland.
I don't know what exactly drawing is. But
Hmm.
today, with the help of I can call myself as an artist.
Exactly. People are doing that.
Exactly.
So
That's
you
my
can
point.
see, the graphic designers nowadays
Exactly.
can use the
Exactly.
AI tools and become a graphic designers
So
without a creativity.
my point is, if you are
So
using any of the AI tools for specifically in creative side, it should not be paid because that is not your own creativity.
but it
Yeah.
should not be paid for what? For whom?
It should be free for public domain.
Okay, for use, are you saying, or you shouldn't
This should
monetize it?
not, yes, this should not be the business model. So, for example, I
Okay,
should not
so
be able to sell my AI generated image in public
okay,
domain
yeah,
Okay,
because
yeah.
I'll
I
give you
have not
one
created
more
it.
example. Okay, I
Because
will give you one more example. Just I don't know about, I'm not aware about the situation right now. Okay, I'm
uh
just giving you the example. You take your assessment for that. Okay. Have you heard about some old tracks have been recorded into the new singers, as well as some new tracks have been recorded into the old singers with the help of AI,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they are in that.
right? So I cannot see anywhere it is selling. Cannot see anywhere it
No.
is. See, just listen, just listen. But there are music videos on YouTube are available which have kind of a millions of views for that particular songs.
But do you know?
But they are monetizing from the YouTube videos, not from the actual song or actual track. You're getting
So
my point?
yes, but if you have also read, I don't know you have read about this or not. People are generating Kishore Kumar's voice and
Exactly,
Mohammed Rafi's voice
exactly,
in newer songs.
exactly.
Families of these artists have copyrighted strike. They have legally fought this battle. There are
Yeah,
court cases that you should not use this particular person's voice without our permission.
exactly.
This is going on. See, monetizing on YouTube is not a big deal because now you can go on Opus Clips, put in someone's URL, famous person's YouTube podcast like uh,
Anybody,
Anybody.
anybody. Let's say like that. Yeah, anybody.
Or yeah, like technically nerds.
right now you can go on to Opus Clips, which is a AI shorts maker. You can put in some URL of a long video, make shorts out of it and monetize it. It's very easy to mint money based on someone else's work. But
Mm,
for the fact of creativity, like I said, these two art families of these two artists are fighting in court over copyright infringement because
yeah,
they are using these
They
particular
are still
artists'
fighting
voice. Yes,
yeah,
and still not got the results, right?
I have not taken an update about it, but
Just
this
wait
is
for
still
the
going
result.
on.
We will just wait for the results.
Sure.
exactly.
So it is because we cannot set the cap on this. It is free to use. People are using it, just like
Uh,
Ghibli art. We
yeah,
cannot do anything about it right
exactly.
now
And
because
the
it's
thing,
it's all over.
exactly. And what I think is because AI generative form of models are pretty new, okay, they have
Exactly.
gotten
Yes.
everyone into the hype, and there are no laws that one has to abide to make. See, I've
Yes.
also seen people like see people like to mess around with this kind of stuff. Okay, so ChatGPT they use to get answers to examinations and everything. That's like the normal use case scenario to be very
The
precise.
coders, the programmers.
Yeah, programmers, coders, everything. I agree. I myself use it to make templates and everything.
Exactly.
So it's very helpful. But now think about this. Uh, these kind of AIs have been at least modeled in some way to not do things that are, say, illegal or what humans in general think are illegal and are illegal in the society, such as how to kill people or things like that, right? Now it will start saying like, no, this is something I will not prompt. But then people go on to threaten that if you don't tell me this, I'll kill myself or something like that. And they break it in a way, they break the human side of that thinking, of that AI to tell it. So one of the guys I remember he got a few Windows like licenses by just threatening ChatGPT over and over
Wow.
that if you don't give it to me, I'll just kill myself and my family and stuff like that. So it just went on threatening, got the product keys for free. So
Yeah.
people will go
Just
for
a
it.
disclaimer, we are not actually promoting
Exactly,
anything like that, and
exactly,
don't do
No,
it.
but the only thing here is the use of AI in specifically creative domains.
Domain.
This
exactly.
needs to be looked upon because it is straight away anyone can claim themselves as a singer or painter, artist, which is not
Yeah,
the case.
exactly,
And
exactly. How?
I mean, that aside, that point aside, claiming or not claiming someone or yourself as an artist is a different point. But what about those people who are running businesses by selling these their paintings, their portraits, or oils or whatever, whatnot?
Yeah, exactly.
There
It's going to
there
be.
are virtual influencers as well.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
So
there are.
we cannot think over it. We
I
can't keep those things in control.
Mohit,
No, but
the thing you
y-
told me.
Yeah.
Today I logged into Instagram, okay, and I was like in the chat portion of it, our regular messages thing.
Hmm.
I was clicking onto something, something went somewhere, okay, because I was in a moving vehicle. So I clicked somewhere. It went to some search or something. I don't exactly remember, whatever. But it went into some place where it told me there are virtual chatbots made which talk like certain people or
Yes.
certain virtual somebodies that have been made, like some girls, some boys, some
Yes.
actors, or
They
what.
have the profile. They have the Instagram
Exactly.
profiles as well.
My goodness, that
So
was scary. I'm like, damn, that is scary. It's revolutionary, but it's damn scary.
you never know. So it is, I guess, of
I
course,
think,
Amok, I can take the point that
yeah,
the creative culture or creative domain is getting hampered with this kind of
most definitely.
things happening. But technically, you cannot keep anything in control on
No,
that
we
on
should
this.
actually, there has to be some control over this because
There should be,
there should be.
but again, it comes to like people and their thinking. If you're walking on the road and someone has kept like stacks of rupees, thousands and thousands of rupees in front of you for anyone to take, will you not go and take a big chunk out of it? Because why not?
Because it's available.
Exactly. Like, see, there can be a big ass, uh, poster there saying ki take only one note. Okay. There are stacks of 500 rupees. Okay. And it's saying take only one. Okay. You're a very nice person. You're a very kind-hearted and very nice person who follows orders by
Yeah.
thinking about others as well. Like, yeah, this is kept so that everyone can have some money. And you take one bill, you go. Not everyone thinks like you. There is indefinite, there is going to be greed. Okay. People will jump on the first opportunity to
If you
It's
if
it's
you
not
are not
about greed.
if you are
It's
not
not
doing
about
it,
greed.
anybody else will do. If
exactly.
Yeah, it's not about greed. The point here is let's just sum up because we have some other topics to cover as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
yeah,
sum
sure.
up, use of AI in creative sector should be limited or should be monitored because this is hampering a lot of people's careers.
Sure.
That is why Instagram has started adding made with AI or all AI generated videos have permanent watermark
Yeah,
just to tell people that this is AI video generated.
that is good.
This discussion is never ending, so let's
Yeah.
on to the another topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like every generative uh things nowadays, this topic is also going to be quite never ending.
Yeah.
So we'll actually cut this short for this one. We'll have a separate if you want, just let us know in the comments below if you want a complete heated discussion on AI. And if
Not a
you want
heated.
it, we'll have it on a very specific portion of the AI as well, like for example, this music thing.